You are watching a special presentation from Tinkle Group Gaming. Hello guys, and welcome here to the Jello Cup Series, race number 32. Here today from the Charlotte Motor Speedway Roval. Today we present to you the Bank of America Roval 400. I'm Brian here in the booth with you. Starting from the pole is one of your playoff drivers. It is the number 21 of Tim Randolph. And to his outside is the number 19 of Mohammed Zain Abdullah, who was eliminated in the round of 16, but looking to end the season on a high note. As we enter here today, we got a few things to square away after the 2-week break. Of course, the first one, as you know, no playoff drivers have won since the first race of the playoffs when Michael Collins went to victory lane. Well, that hasn't stopped somebody from locking into the next round. As of now, the number 14 of Reggie Fogelman, he is locked in to the round of 8 entering today, regardless of what happens in today's race. So again, congratulations to Reggie Fogelman. He is a guarantee into the round of 8. Another guy who could guarantee himself into the round of 8 here today on points is the number 4 of Zach Fitzwater. All he needs is one person to DNF in this race that is not him, and he is locked in to the round of 8 regardless of what happens the rest of the race. So Zach Fitzwater could get one step closer to his second championship 4 here today at the Roval. But of course, they're all going to be chasing this guy today. Tim Randolph, he starts up front. Can he stay up there and be the first playoff driver to win since Darlington? We'll see as we get going here today. And keep in mind, of course, this being an elimination race, there will be a post-race show at the end of the race, so you will want to stay tuned for that. Let's get going. Let's roll the intro. When we come back, the green flag from the Charlotte Roval in just a moment.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Making their way through the bus stop and into oval turns 3 and 4, or 13 and 14, as we get going here from the Charlotte Roval to end the round of 12 here today. Tim Randolph, again, one of the playoff drivers, starting up front. Mohammed Zain Abdullah, one of the eliminated playoff drivers, and behind them a go or go homer. Who will take the win today as they make their way through the dogleg? And Tim Randolph will lead us to the green flag. We're underway at the Roval. Good jump for the 21. He'll get the lead heading into Heartburn Turn. Again, today is the final road course race of the season. So for the road course ringers, their last chance. Caution's out. Saw the 8 pit, and it looks like 78 Ryan Kinghart is the reason for this caution, but an issue with the number 8. Here we go. We're back onto the oval portion of the track. Tim Randolph holding the lead. This is a tricky corner for these Cup cars, but they make it through. The leaders do at least. Up to fourth gear. Tim Randolph will lead us back. No dice for Zach Fitzwater. No one's out of the race just yet. But let's go see what happened. Looks like either the 78 bounced off the wall. Let's see. No, he just entered the corner. It looks like he slid a little bit. And then Ryan Kinghart just catches Jessica Strauss there. And around goes the 78 into the 14. So tough break for Reggie Fogelman. And then you see the 40 or the 88 get involved in that as well of Tony Green. Rough start for Ryan Kinghart. We'll take you back to the green in just a moment. No cars out of the race yet as we get ready for the restart. Tim Randolph will restart in the race lead. Then you got Mohammed Zain Abdullah in second, Pretty Shaw third, Dick Clark fourth, Tyler Faden in fifth, Nate Rattray in sixth, Joey Trickle seventh, Roberto Crown Jr. in eighth, Brittany White ninth, Charles Sanford, the next best playoff driver currently running in the 10th spot as Tyler Faden's going to pit coming to the green. I'm wondering if it's a scheduled stop. As they make their way through the dogleg, the green flag flies. We're back underway at Charlotte. Tim Randolph again, a good jump here on the restart. Oh, he slides. Again, these Cup cars are on the edge of control here. But he's going to have to try to keep it together. Again, if Tim Randolph wins, he advances into the round of 8. Oh, they're in the wall. But they make it through. After today, they go to Talladega. The part-timers will rejoin the field next weekend. And, of course, we'll kick things off at 11:30 on Saturday with knockout qualifying. It is the second to last race we will see the part-time drivers in the field. And then, of course, we go to Rockingham and Martinsville. And Rockingham will be under the lights. You'll have to find out when in just a few days, when I believe we will release the premiere schedules on Discord. But of course, then we go to Martinsville, and then we will go to Ricky Raceway to wrap up the season. Oh, 19. Everyone's sliding out of that corner. Look at how much faster these guys are going in the Cup cars compared to the Lift National cars. That should show you just how strong these next-gen cars are around the Charlotte Roval. Again, these cars built for road courses, essentially. Here we go, battle for second. That's Pretty Shaw in the number 1. And the number 19, Mohammed Zain Abdullah. And it looks like Pretty Shaw for now will get the position. Her Trackhouse teammate is back there, running in the 9th spot. That's Charles Sanford as the caution flies. Oh, it looks like the 88, Tony Green. Let's go see what happened. Well, Zach Fitzwater might have just gotten some help, thanks to the number 38 of Michael Collins. Take a look at this. Michael Collins turns the number 7, Jessica Kinghart. Oh, it looks like she hit an invisible wall. I don't she didn't hit the wall, but it looks like she hit an invisible one there. That was weird. But Jessica Kinghart's day likely coming to an end, and one person's misfortune is another man's treasure. And see the 88 Tony Green just slides it through the corner. We'll take you back to the green in just a moment. Before we take you green, the pit stops are occurring on track here on lap number 7. All the leaders coming in. Here we go. Will we see 2 4-tire stops? You know, no tires. I don't think we'll see any none. Right sides only for the 21. He's out and away. See some cars that might have stayed out. We'll see how they organize them. But it appears that Max Anderson will become the race leader. And of course, Max Anderson, he's still alive in this playoff battle. So if he did just cycle out to the race lead, that is a good sign for him. A good sign for somebody else. The number 4, Zach Fitzwater, is now the second driver to officially lock in to the round of 8. So congratulations to Zach Fitzwater. He will be in the round of 8 beginning next race at Talladega. Max Anderson's out in front right now. And you see they allow the 21 to get second, which is surprising because it should be Noah Sewell in second and Reggie Fogelman in the third spot. We get ready for the restart here, as the field has re-racked itself up. It'll be Max Anderson in first, Tim Randolph second, Pretty Shaw third, Dick Clark in fourth, Noah Sewell will round out your top 5. Pace car will peel off. Here we go to the dog leg. Back out as the green flag waves. We're back underway at the Roval. How long can Max Anderson stay out in front here again? He's on older tires than the guys who just pitted. Again, however, the 21 did take 2 on that stop, as did a bunch of others. So this could not necessarily help out those drivers versus Max Anderson, but it's still a slight advantage. Caution's out. Jessica Strauss is on the pit lane, as is the 38 of Michael Collins, and that would be huge if something happened to Michael Collins here at the Roval. Let's go see what happened. We've mentioned how tricky the Roval is to drive, and Michael Collins loses it out of the corner. It appears doesn't touch the 77, but around he goes. And unfortunately, he's going to go right into the wall there. Hits pretty good, too. Tough break for Michael Collins. This might put an end to his playoff run and his title defense. We'll have to watch, as we'll be back with the green in just a moment. Another cycle of stops coming up here at the Roval, and it appears that Michael Collins' day has come to an end. and possibly his fight for a second title. And that caution might have seriously just benefited for the number 8. Tim Randolph's going to win the race off over Dick Clark. Looked like another 2-tire stop. Again, we'll keep an eye on it. There will... Oh, something happened with 78. He must have gotten spun on the pit lane. Till the 8 came off pretty far back. But again, he still makes up a bunch of spots. So even though he lost some on the pit lane, it certainly did help him by staying out that last caution. As you see them get organized here as we come back around to take the green this time. And I mentioned Michael Collins, he could be in trouble. He entered today 4th in the standings. He was nowhere near secure to advance into the round of 8. So now this could be an opportunity. Of course, we know Kyler Anderson has been pretty decent so far. You know, Charles Sanford, the 99, he's running up front as well. He is on the outside looking in today, and he's running in 7th, which is not good news for Michael Collins. So again, we're going to have to keep an eye on the 99. He could jump the 38 to advance into the round of 8. As the green flag flies, we're back underway at the Roval. Again, now we got to keep an eye on the 99. We especially got to keep an eye on the 17, Allie Rain. The 47 of Ryan Durrani, a regular season champion, is on the outside looking in, entering today, as well as that 22 of Mitchell Collins. He runs in 12th, but you see he's losing ground. Caution's back out. Battle for the lead. That's Dick Clark in the number 43. The 6 of Keith Stevens might have been the reason for this one. Here we go. Dick Clark looking for the lead. He gets tapped. He gets pushed wide. And he hits the wall. And he won't get the lead. Close quarters racing. I wouldn't put the blame on the 21 for that one. We come to the halfway point. Let's go see what happened. Carter Joey just loses it going through the corner here on his own. Of course, he tries to save it, and then he gets hit by the 6 of Keith Stevens, and around goes the 45. And that'll bring out yet another caution here at the Roval. We'll be back with the green in just a moment. Nobody pitted under that last caution. Tim Randolph will maintain the race lead for now. The 43, Dick Clark in 2nd. Roberto Crown Jr. in 3rd. Brittany White in 4th. Pretty Shaw rounds out your top 5. Then you got Nathan Faden, who's pitting this time. This could benefit Charles Sanford in 7th. Dave James 8th. Nate Rattray 9th. Parker Newhouse rounds out your top 10 as you see the 3 coming in for a pit stop. And that'll help out Charles Sanford again. He's trying to move the cut line as the green flag flies. We're back underway at the Roval. There goes the 31 battling for 2nd. The battle last time for the lead was quite exciting between the 21 and the 43. And it might just continue here as the 43 keeps the position. But here comes Brittany White for third. Brittany White, the most consistent driver in the regular season. Oh, 21's in the wall. That's going to open the door for Dick Clark. Dick Clark will take the race lead here at the Roval. Oh, here we go. Door to door. They're battling once again. 21 goes wide. Will he keep the race lead? This battle for the lead is insane right about now. And Brittany White trying to push the 21 out in front. Oh, they touch. They come to the line. And the 43 will keep the race lead. Oh, the 43's in the wall. Hard. And Tim Randolph will keep the race lead for now. We've seen the 21 unafraid to use the bumper. Does the 43 change strategy now? Oh, there he goes. He hits the 21. But it only hurts him. This is like short track racing, battling for the lead. The 21 has used up that bumper so many times, getting into the side of the 43, trying to get him out of position. That's how badly this 21 Tim Randolph wants to win to advance to the next round. And Dick Clark again, trying to show the respect because he knows that this 21 is a playoff team. Does not want to poke the bear and get himself in trouble as the 21 pits. Likely a scheduled stop. But I was about to say, Dick Clark trying to show the respect to the playoff drivers that they deserve. But right there in that corner, I think he said, you know what, enough's enough. I'm at least going to tap you so that way you know, hey, I don't like how you're racing me. And that's exactly what he did, but now he is the race leader. Brittany White is right there, ready to make a move. Again, she's been the most consistent driver all season, missed the playoffs, which shows that wins mean more than consistency. And now she wants a win. Again, her teammate, Alexander Rowe, the winner at Road America. She has not won a race yet this season, but she wants to get Honda their second victory of the season. Subaru is the only manufacturer to not reach victory lane to this point in the season. Three-car breakaway at the front. And correct me if I'm wrong, but Dick Clark, I believe, already has a win this season. Keep in mind, if we have a Season 8 or Season 9, that top 33, another win by the 43, if they've won already this season, would guarantee them a spot in the top 33 in the Tier 2 charter system for the first 5 races. So that's one thing this 43 team is battling for. And if that's the case, I believe that would be the second or the third driver outside the playoffs that has won 2+ races. And that means there's only going to be one spot available in that Tier 2 on points. So that means that's going to put all the pressure in the world on Brittany White to either get some wins to end the season or get more points as the 23, or 43 rather, is going to pit. We know the 23 has the wins to get in with 5 laps of racing to go. And I bring this up, this has been the longest green flag stretch, but we have not had overtime in the Jello Cup Series since race number 8, which I believe was at Circuit of the Americas. So it's been a relatively dull season in terms of overtime restarts. It would be huge. Brittany White again leading the field right now. Not a playoff driver, keep that in mind. And Brittany White leading. Pretty Shaw back there in second. It's already been announced she will not return to the Cup if we have a Season 9, but would love to get Trackhouse a third victory this season as the 26 pits. Or I believe a second victory this season. Charles Sanford, of course, has already won for Trackhouse this season. How's about that? The one car now out in front. Dave James out to second. 15, I believe that is. That is Steve Morgan in third. Then you got Kyler Anderson, the first playoff driver, in fourth. Allie Rain in fifth. This is bad news if you're Michael Collins, seeing those two, fourth and fifth. You gotta wonder the urgency of those drivers in the 77, the 17, and especially the 99 who did just pit. What is the urgency level to get a win here? What is the urgency level to have a good finish? You know, where do you rank it right now? You know the win is a guarantee into the next round, as the one will pit this time. 65, will he pit? Yes. As will the 15. The 77 comes in. So does the 17. So does the 18, the 23. Reggie Fogelman, the next car in line, is already locked in. He'll pit. 24, Mitchell Hodak will stay out. No hood on the car. And he will take the race lead with 2 to go. Or rather, 3 to go, my mistake. And every time I see a car like this leading the field, it always reminds me of Audra Baranowskis, the season that she drove the number 48. Again, Audra Baranowskis, if you remember, of course, drove a car like this to a Phoenix victory. Mitchell Hodak could be right up there in terms of that. His teammate Scott Upton runs in second, and this is a guy who could use a win. Ryan Durrani. And if those two pit and he stays out, this could be Ryan Durrani's day to finally reach victory lane. Of course, he won the regular season title, but he's on the outside looking in entering today. '24 stays out, as does the 5, but here comes the 47. Caution's out. And for the first time, since very early in the season, we will have an overtime finish here at the Charlotte Roval. This is going to be big because you see the damage on those cars. While overtime is a reset, so they will have full bodies, which is surprising if they don't pit. Of course, they pit. It changes everything. Let's go see what happened. Reggie Fogelman loses control of the car to the outside of his teammate and friend Jessica Strauss. And look at that, just drifts. No control of the car right there, gets into the wall. Hits it pretty good. This is one of those wrecks now. I would say this is definitely one of those wrecks where Reggie Fogelman's got to be saying to himself, thank God I had the points. Because he's still locked into the next round regardless. Tough break for Reggie Fogelman. We will have overtime here on Tinkle Group Gaming in just a moment. Welcome back. It is overtime, presented by Mitchell's Memes. Again, normally we have unlimited attempts. Here on road courses, it is one caution-free overtime. Meaning, if anybody wrecks, if anybody crashes out, the race continues, and we will finish on this one overtime. An issue for the 8, not good for him in terms of his playoff hopes. You saw the damage to the 24 and the 5 before the end of regulation. Of course, this race had to be reset, so that's why the damage isn't necessarily there for Mitchell Hodak and Scott Upton, as they will restart in the lead, and it's going to be an interesting one. They are teammates, but Mitchell Hodak's been a go-or-go-homer all year. He wants a win to boost his confidence. For Scott Upton, he hasn't won since Season 6. Who's wanting it more? And what about in third? Ryan Durante, a win advances him. Who will get it? Green flag. Overtime underway. Hodak gets the lead for now, but Scott Upton is stalking behind. Oh, 24's in the wall. That's going to open the door for Scott Upton. He closes it to about 2 car lengths, but the lead not shrinking too much. Again, post-race show after this. We will show you your results and the standings after all this. See Hodak trying to take it easy. He knows that's his teammate, a champion right behind him. Here we go. It's going to be a fight to the white flag. 1 lap of racing to go, presented by Mitchell's Memes. Looks like they kept it clean. And Mitchell Hodak trying to expand his lead right now. Ryan Durante hanging back there in third in case these two catch each other and something happens. He gets through clean this time. But again, I don't think it's over. He's still got the bus stop to make it through, and that's been a tricky one all day. And he makes it clean. This might be the end for Scott Upton right there. And for Mitchell Hodak. Again, a go-or-go-homer all season long. Has not had the success or the luck he has hoped for. And through the final corners, he'll finally get some luck here. Mitchell Hodak wins at the Roval. Congratulations to the 24. He reaches victory lane here before the end of the season. Talk about a confidence booster and a good run, though, for Scott Upton. I know it's not the one he wanted, but it's one that he needed. And we can't say enough about Ryan Durrani. I know he wants to win, and he needed it today, but a solid third place might have just put him in the round of 8. Of course, we will find out in just a moment who makes it to the round of 8. So stay tuned. Your results and your standings will be up here in just a moment. Welcome back here to the Jello Cup Series post-race show. Here are your results. Of course, congratulations to Mitchell Hodak, today's winner. Scott Upton came home second. Ryan Durrani third. Tim Randolph fourth. Pretty Shaw in fifth. Trevor Collins sixth. Mitchell Collins in seventh. Tony Green eighth. Steve Morgan ninth. And then Samet Ozkan, last season's winner here, and yesterday's winner here, rounds out your top 10. And I'll give you just a second to look through the rest of the results. Unfortunately for Jessica Strauss, Reggie Fogelman, Nathan Faden, Keith Stevens, Michael Collins, and Richard Kinghart, they did not make it to overtime and did not finish today's event. And of course, we will have to keep an eye on Michael Collins, rather, as again, it's going to be iffy. I just don't think he had enough points to get to the next round. I have not viewed the standings yet, so I'm going to be viewing it in real time as you guys are right now. So here we go again. So Zach Fitzwater has won the round of 8. He will add 2 playoff points to his total to enter to the next round. And it appears I was right. Michael Collins will not advance to the round of 8. And neither will Dylan Young, Kyler Anderson, or Max Anderson. Those drivers are all eliminated. So congratulations to Zach Fitzwater, Reggie Fogelman, Trevor Collins, Tim Randolph, Ryan Durrani, Allie Rain, Mitchell Collins, and Charles Sanford. And actually, it's a tie. Wait a second, we got a tie. So Dylan Young is not done yet. It is Charles Sanford that is done. Of course, the tiebreaker is by wins, and Dylan Young has more wins than Charles Sanford. Thus, Charles Sanford is eliminated from the playoffs. My mistake. I did not look closely at it. So Dylan Young will advance to the round of 8 on a tiebreaker over Charles Sanford, and he will battle to try to make the championship 4 in the next 3 races. So tough break for Charles Sanford. He just needed one more position and he would have had him. But oh man, I should have looked closely before I started recording this. But of course, tough break again there for Charles Sanford. We want to congratulate the 8 that did advance into the round of 8, and we can't wait to bring that to you starting next week with Talladega. So we want to thank you for watching, and we will see you at Talladega. Until then, goodbye everyone.